So I want to go ahead and address you for this last video, this last part, because I know the main part of everything that you want to come back to is about music, because I know you pretty good. Now, everything else that led up to this video, yeah, it all made its points, because you forget how you started out. You're also getting in the way of your own self because you're too caught up in this fictional character of who you portray to be. And because of that, a lot of people are leaving you, are going to say these things because of your actions. And you're not going about it properly. You ain't going about it properly at all. Now, with this part leading up, first and foremost, let's kind of dive back a bit. You grew up very quiet. You grew up pretty much in the countryside, even though mostly all of Colombia and things around it are country land. You were put on by your older cousin, who, by putting you on, I mean somebody that led you into a lifestyle making you think you were a gangster when you wasn't. He dressed you in gangster clothing. From there, you started betraying and claiming you were a gang banger, that you were GD, that you were folk, and you ain't that. Then you go around claiming that you were slanging, you were selling drugs. You weren't selling drugs. If anything, you were doing drugs. So what you were doing, you were pump faking and over-exaggerating a lifestyle on a song, betraying an image, again, that you wasn't. So it goes back to the gangster music that you were saying, I sound like 50 Cent. No, nowhere close to 50 Cent. You ain't a gangster, you ain't a drug dealer. You're a drug user. You're a pump faker. Now, statements that you made a couple of months ago, you don't want people inboxing you whose music on YouTube or SoundCloud or Rareview Nation or CD. You forget where you came from and how you started out. Right? But before I get into that, I kind of want to push back just a little bit more. You say for people to invest, right? Your definition of investment is paying somebody else. It's a new day and age, man. It's a new era. People don't go to studios no more, to other people's places and record. A lot of people take the money out of their pocket and invest in equipment to invest in themselves in order to save that money, and they're learning the process of all that. I've learned how they work the equipment, the editing and dubbing, and everything that goes into recording. They learning that. Today's new technology helps take care of a lot of those things that they try to teach in classes that you ain't really going to be using anyways. That's investing, is when you take the money out your pocket yourself to invest into yourself, so you don't have to give money to somebody else to invest in them, while you're left out with practically feeling like there's nothing for you or nothing at the end, and you not being able to feel happy and proud about something that you have done. No, your definition of investing is go spend lots of money that you don't have, and then go invest in somebody else and have them record your shit, and then being able not even to get one song fully done. No, that's not investing. That's not. You have equipment that came from me. I got my, it's whatever with that. I got new stuff, but you know what? I recorded so much that I don't have to record anymore for such a very long time, because I already got stuff, again, that's been done, that has been coming out. And we'll get to that. So you pretty much began with a microphone, a video program, right? And then wave pad along with that, recording in your closet within your room. That right there on its own is considering a step forward into investing in yourself, not investing into someone else. All right. Now we get to the point where you made the statements where you don't want people inboxing you if they're on YouTube or SoundCloud, Review Nation, or with the CD. You think you're somebody thinking that, oh man, I done made it to this level. Look at what I'm doing. Your point is, you ain't made it to no level yet. You're not serious about the music. You never was serious about it. You know, I think a lot that what I've shown that's led up to this video has shown that, plus things that may have never been captured or even evidence of. You're not taking it serious because you're not serious about it. And I'll get to that too. But you forget the music that you uploaded with. You started with a CD. You had everyone, that turns you down. People that clowned you. All right? You put your music up on YouTube, and you took it down. That's a bitch move, man. The reason all my shit got took down because you're not man enough to speak for yourself, to stand by yourself. So you had other people do it for you that attacked my older channel, and all my shit disappeared. But it got turned into a different channel. And the videos are going to be up on the Cheddar Cherry Nitro channel. Or if not already on there, you know. You started out Review Nation, right? That right there is already considered a digital platform. You started out SoundCloud, a digital streaming platform. You started out not SoundCloud, YouTube. You started out with YouTube, digital platform, streaming. And now you say to people that don't send you that type of stuff, especially within physical format. You saying, man, I don't want to listen to you if you ain't on iTunes or Apple or Spotify Premium or Tidal. There's a problem with all that, what you said. Don't you know streaming is really actually dead? Because ain't no one going to be paying a monthly subscription to keep those accounts open. Ain't nobody going to feel like paying $30 to $40. All right, just to keep their account open and then paying another extra sum of money just to buy a song to listen to. That includes with Apple, all right, iTunes. People left them platforms, man. People left them platforms. All right. Tidal, that didn't last long. That went downhill. All those mainstream artists, they left Tidal. Jay-Z don't know what the fuck he doing. So I really question him as a businessman with that. Plus, you have to pay, again, a certain amount of money to keep your account open, and then an extra sum of money just to stream a project or a song and then buying it. So people left those three platforms that I named. Then you have Spotify Premium package. Now, there's the package where you can upload it, right, your music for free, cutting out the middleman. However, the problem with that, which I figured out, and I think a lot of people have too, is that, okay, your music is on here, your account might be verified, but we're going to make sure no one's going to find your account. Reason for that is because no one has the premium package. No one feels like paying a monthly subscription for a premium package. That goes into seeing how many followers you got. Because I don't know how many followers I have on Spotify. I can't see them. I don't know how many plays I got. On top of that, because I don't have the premium package, I cannot play or hear my own music. So it has been muted on the free end. But in order to listen to it, in order for you guys, and including you, to listen to my music on Spotify, you got to have a premium package. You can upload it for free, but if you ain't got that premium package, you ain't going to be able to hear your music, so it's going to be muted on your end, unless you have that premium package. Because of that, not a lot of people are going to be using Spotify Premium. Again, no one feels like paying almost $45 for that monthly, just to see if you have streaming numbers, just to see if you made a couple of coins, not dollars, coins, just to see if you have any followers. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people are leaving that. They just want to hear the music. Within the next 5 years, streaming as it is really going down. You don't see a lot of people really complaining. You don't see a lot of people really posting about Netflix anymore. Because Netflix is taking down a lot of its shit and also a lot of its good shows. You don't see anybody really going talking about Hulu or Amazon Prime. So the streaming service are really dying out. Because physical, if you really do your research, physical has more sale profits than digital streaming. Within the last 5 years now coming up, which is going to be considered a new generation mark, by the way, you don't know that, it's going to be gone. Physical is always going to be there. So you need to really, really reconsider your statements about that physical shit. Because you forgot where you started at when it came to physical music. I still do physical stuff. Now, yeah, I might be on some of them platforms, like Review Nation, which I'm always number one on. Anyways, and I don't really fuck with Review Nation like that. Because they're a slow process when it comes to uploading shit. And they owe royalties to a lot of people. They do. SoundCloud, I just uploaded to SoundCloud not long ago, and I ain't been on that for quite some time. Now, my account is so old that trying to really update itself is a pain in the ass. So, I know I get a lot of followers and a lot of streams when I do upload on there. Now, I ain't touched my cloud pay. I let that build up. Now, I know they have the SoundCloud monetization where you can monetize your stuff and you can get paid, but the problem is with that, you're going to be paying them $30 a month for that package while you're only making 5 cents off of each stream of each song. And then when it comes time for pay, you're going to be making back half of that $30 because you're not on a brand or on a label or signed to a contract with on a major deal. So, there's that part out the way. Next, we get into why I'm actually popping. You're in the way of your own self. You're in the way of your own music. You're not writing the music. That's why no one fucks with you or really hears from you. Or let alone know who you are like they do me. I don't get in the way of the music. I let the music write itself. I don't just focus on one song and say, man, I hope to get this off and popping because I don't believe in singles. I don't. I like doing the music, doing the projects, and that's why I always put them out. Now, I got one area where I put out for free, people gravitate towards that, and I got one area where I put it out for $1, $3, or $5, right? Now, my music does sell when it comes to physical over in one place, but I don't see any money from that. And the reason for that is, one, I didn't have barcode scans. Well, now I got barcode scans, right? But since I'm not on a label and I'm not on contract, which means I don't have to worry about management, is why I don't get paid. Because if I was on those things, yeah, I would have received money, but I would also be losing money. You see what I'm saying? Because all that has to be split first between store, management, and label, and then I walk away with nothing. But the main reasons, again, I'm selling. I always gotta make sure I keep in stock, but at least I'm man enough to me. I'm not gonna be making any profit off of it. I don't know how many units I've moved and how much money I done made from that because I'm not on a label. I'm not on anybody's brand. I don't have management, and I'm not on a contract. So I don't really have to worry about splitting money. Now, am I losing money? Yeah, I'm losing money because I'm not seeing it. But it's selling. And I'm out there. Now you play dumb to the fact like, man, you ain't doing nothing. You know I'm doing something. You see me out here. You're the one that's not doing nothing, man, because you ain't serious about it. Going from that, we want to go into you being very hypocritical. You switched, which was a bit left out from the beginning of this video, so I'm going to kind of ease back a bit even more, going back to that. You seen how the street shit wasn't working for you when it came to music. Anything, you're being a hypocrite. Because, and I say this because this is true. You're being a very fucking hypocrite. You want to now do country music because you're false promotion, false advertising your music as rap music, and it's not. It's rock country music. So you're clickbaiting a lot of people. When Quentin, your cousin, wanted to do country music, you fucking bitch shade about that. But behind closed doors, when it was just me and you and CJ, right? Or me, you, and LA, and all them, what kind of music were you doing? You were doing fucking country music. Then once everyone left is when you really started doing rock and country music. Then you made yourself into a country rock band group. And then you replaced Quentin with somebody else. That's a fucking hypocrite. You bitching about fucking country music, and then here you are doing the shit that you fucking bitched about. Even behind closed doors then and now. And then you want to say in a video that was uploaded, as you can see, I think it's labeled, hypocrite, where you just talking going on live, right? Yeah, I downloaded that video and uploaded it here to point out in this video is that, one, you weren't doing country music then, you were doing rap. You saying that you always grew up listening to country music. No, you wasn't. Well, you was listening to that, probably to yourself, because you didn't want nobody else to know. But I know the way you meant it came off with. You may say like, man, I always listen to country music. I didn't listen to no rap. Well, anybody that knew you from being MG with Pistol Pops on, they knew the type of music that you were doing with that. And then you slipping up in that video, mate, and then saying like, yeah, man, I'm doing this country music, no rock. That's what you doing. And again, that's the same shit that you got on the Quentin about that you were doing, again, behind closed doors and even now. Then we get into this final part of this video. You want to make statements about people in this town not taking music seriously and not doing the music, and you're trying to call out all the local artists. I'm gonna tell you something. Things that I found out. A lot of artists here in the South, local, one, they do exaggerate about their lifestyle that they rap about. They weren't gangsters, they weren't gang banging, they weren't popping guns. They weren't drug dealers. Anything, they were drug users, they were drug abusers. They were crackheads. They pump fake to the fucking fullest. However, they were doing music then, right? There was a time where they could make their living off of music. They didn't have to worry about getting a job. But over time, guess what? One of the main aspects is that they in their 40s now, man. They don't feel like doing music forever. Music shit ain't all. The music lifestyle, music money ain't always gonna last. That's why you need other opportunities and other options to gain resources and funds. I have those other options and resources now to gain funds ever since I got out from my crooked overseas. You see the shit that I'm doing. I know you've seen the videos I posted up about the IG live promotional videos. I get paid for that shit. Going along with that, a lot of them have kids, got married, and working full-time jobs because they got bills to pay. They can't be like you and sit on their ass all day and live off somebody else. They can't. Along with that, yeah, they all fucked up by dropping their own brands and labels and signing to one person and all their music and rights away and their names away to one person who is a snake and holding them down, saying, okay, you guys can't go nowhere, you guys can't do shit. I'm going to go fuck with these newer artists and hope to bring them into the fold and do the same thing to them. So yeah, they fucked up their own shit. And when it comes to doing shows, you forget, we live in a hick town. We live in a country state. People don't fuck with rap or hip-hop or even pop music down here in the South. If you ain't a country band or a rock band, you ain't performing at our spots. And that's why they ain't doing shows. The only shows that are really being done now are gatherings, reunions, banquets, and birthday parties. And stripper shows. That's the only shows that are getting booked at these bars / club venues. There's no more rap or hip-hop music because they don't want it. And that's why a lot of them ain't getting booked, and a good majority of them don't feel like spending the money just to go outside of the South Coast or somewhere down in the South to the state that can have those type of shows because that costs money. So the only reason why you're able to do shows is because you're a rock country group. That's why. You're a rock country group. That's the only reason why you're able to do shows at the bars. Now, I know you're going to bring up me. Why ain't you done shows? I've done a couple of shows. I posted them. Now I had to mute the videos because YouTube's new standards, they're really bullshit with their new standards. So I had to mute my whole video because I didn't want it taken down. Now, I do have those videos with the sounds on them. I don't know how much of them are still up or even if they're muted separately. I don't know. I haven't checked. But I've done shows. It may not be a lot, but I've done some. And I'm proud of what I've done. And it took me a long time, especially at getting my first solo show. Because why am I not being booked? Which goes into this. Again, I'm my own brand, my own artist, my own management, my own owner. If I'm going to make something, I want to make sure I'm going to make it within myself and I don't have to worry about splitting it because I'll be losing money if I did that. So I got to make sure I don't have management. I don't have management. I don't want management. Management ain't always a good thing. And if you go through management, you have to make sure it's going to be a good management. You got to make sure that you are going to have an understanding and relationship with that person. Going with that, I don't have a booking agent. I don't. I'm not on no one's label or brand. I'm not on paperwork, which means I'm not on contract with anybody. In other words, I can get as much money out as possible. Track, which means I'm going to keep you on this paper that you sign as long as possible. So because of that is why I don't get booked for shows. Because if I had those things, guess what? I got to split that so many different ways. You don't know the business like I do. Right? I go to, let's say if I want to do a show at a club, right? Okay. I got to come up with I got to come up with my ID. I got to make sure they get a copy of that. I got to make sure I pay my half up front first before I collect their front half. Then, if I have open an artist, I got to make sure they're there with me with their pay to get in to perform, as well as a copy of their ID, so we all can sign the contract. And then they receive their front half as well. Well, and then once I do the show, guess what? Money is collected from the bar, entry fee as well. All that's counted up. And then at the end of the night, management, which would be considered my show manager, will have to collect the money. Then he has to split that with the opening artist first before the main artist, which would be me. Right? So there's that. But the money that's from my end that I collected from the front half, guess what? I got to now split that with the label, with the owner of that goes back into the label, that goes back into the next project. And then also with the booking agent, and then myself again. So I pretty much walk out with $500 at the end of the night. because these shows, what these artists do, the mainstream ones, they ain't gonna. They have a certain. Okay, this is how much they want to see at the end of the night, right? Well, a good majority of that's collected 3,000 at the end of each show, even 5,000 now. Now, they're gonna see 3 to 5,000 each night, but that 3 to 5,000 has to be splitted. So at the end, they walking out at the end of the week with a total of $3,000, and at the end of the month, from their show dates, yeah, they're gonna at least have almost around $5,000 to $10,000 with these newer artists. The artists, then, if you're lucky enough with the arena, if you're lucky enough with the clubs, yeah, you might see almost 20,000. May not be so, but at some of the arenas, yeah, you're gonna walk out and see a lot more money above that. So that all goes into why you're able to do shows because you're a country rock band, which goes into why people down here can't do shows because they don't do rap here, and which goes to me, why I haven't gotten booked or done shows because being in that shit, there's a lot of fake bullshit behind the scenes, middle of the scenes, in front of the scenes. And what I'm doing now, I'm making some money now with doing what it is that I do. I know you see it. Don't play dumb to the fact. And not only that, you're killing yourself over this music fucking shit and bitching about it more than you are doing it. If you weren't so busy bitching about it, maybe you might actually be out there and people might gravitate towards you, like me. But you ain't. You choose to bitch about it. And you need to really rethink your statements, man, before you really say shit like that. You ain't never had a music career. I do. And the truth is, there's no money to be made in this music shit because it's fake. Yeah. But you know what? I branched out from that. Now this video is made ahead of time because I just in case matters. August coming up will be my 9th year in music. At the end of this year, I'll be retiring and walking away because I found other things to do. Man. By the time this video be seen, guess what? Might be 30 years old. I'm 28 right now. Yeah. I'll be 29 in November. I'm saying I'm 29 now because it makes sense. But again, by the time whenever this video might see, yeah, I'll be 30 years old. I ain't gonna be stuck in the same shit, doing the same shit, man. I ain't doing that. I have other responsibilities. But this video hopefully can get through your head, man. And everything that led up to this video. That was Sean Pride. It's me telling you, as a real OG, as an older individual, somebody who's really awoke with actual knowledge, saying, you need to stop and really take a look at yourself and just sit there and think about everything and let reality hit you. Because you're hurting your own self at the end of the day, and you're hurting those around you. For this to be a last minute add-on for this final video, as you can see, called The End, I'm done. And the videos that are being uploaded now to this channel, which is going into what is now being back for fighting, and you started this again. You did. This wasn't in my intention for this anymore. What you're doing, matter of fact, let me save that for last. All this added up with what I'm doing is to show you who you are, because you're living as this fictional character. You're letting your stupidity in how you act
and everything coming back on you and ruining things for yourself. You caused this. I got 5 months before I'm 30 years old. Alright? I'm tired. I have moved on from other things. I have branched out to do other things. As you can see what those things are. A lot of those, by the video that you see called Hereditary Stats, with the little parentheses that say, I do this because I do. And you know what? I do now get paid for doing what I do. You know, this music stuff ain't forever. You're gonna have to find something else. You know, ever since I got my freedom, I got to do other things. You know, I can't sit around like you and be lazy and live off somebody else. I can't do it. With me, for a while, you know, I do suffer through depression. I do suffer through bipolar depression, suicidal depression, and mood swings. I used to take pills that were made from my DNA from the doctors to help me with that, but it made matters worse because I used to walk around like a zombie and I couldn't recall anything that I did because that's how strong those pills were. So I do go through depression. I'm man enough to admit, you know what, yeah, I'm still on SSI, but that doesn't mean I'm on welfare. No, I do get food stamps, but you know what, I still find other means of income. I suffer through liver failure that causes a pain right here. I now focus on my health because, you know, I can't get insurance to take care of my liver, just like for my heart area. I've dropped down to 205. You know, I walk a lot to keep myself going because I'm type 3 diabetic. Yeah. And also to keep my heart pumping. From there, you want to talk about somebody being retarded, being a crack baby. Yeah, my mother did some things while she was having me that went to my system. Now, when everyone thinks about that, they think of the stereotype. That ain't true. Because not every crack baby's going to be the same. It's not. From there, you want to say no one's doing music, right? I know you see what I do. I know that. You're playing stupid about it, though. You want to be blind to the fact that no one's doing music because you're the one not doing music. You say you have people that say, oh, people report to me, they see what you post. I know you see what I post. I do music. I have music over at High Fashion that booms out. I have music over at Variety Record Shop that sells. I know you see what I do. The thing is, you're the one not doing music. You're lazy about it because you're not serious. And I know all this is going to lead back up to music again. You're not serious about it, man. If you was, you wouldn't be making excuses about it. You're the one that did start this first. To where now we get into the final part of this. You're looking for attention. You're looking for clout. You're looking for clout because you're desperate for followers and listeners. Clout is a very dangerous drug. That can get you hurt. It can. The only reason why you want to fight me so bad, and for the people seeing this, I'm going to break this down. In the past, in certain areas that you picked, is because you wanted to be around police. First, you wanted me to fight you over at Aldi's one year. Over in that area, there's a lot of heavy police traffic, some patrol over in that area, and you also have security cameras. One area you wanted to pick was Walmart, because Walmart in that area is patrolled by police and also security cameras as well, if not security in general. Next area you wanted to pick was over where you used to live at, over on Wayne Street. Again, a couple of cop cars go through that area, and your next door neighbor at the time, and still is, a police authority figure who you talk to. Your own cousin, Quentin, even said before you joined the military, you were talking to cops. But then once you fully joined the military and got out, you were talking to cops even more. Quentin wouldn't lie. From there, you wanted to fight me over behind the area where Pizza Hut was. Yeah, you approached me, but you approached me because over near that area it sells gas station, a lot of cops go over there. And over in that neighborhood, right behind that gas station, is a neighborhood watch area. If you're not already seeing this pattern, and those ain't watching this and already seeing this pattern, those are police activities. Then, you talking about you want to fight me behind my house. Because literally right behind my house, right around the block, is a sheriff's station and probation, border patrol. If that's not saying something about your actions of who you are, it's because you're scared. You're a fucking coward. At the end of the day. Because you're looking for attention. And I'm not going to fall into your trap because you're hurting and you're going to want to press a lawsuit. I'm done. This is the last of the shit I'm going to upload about it. But I'm also doing this to show you need to take a look at who you are because you don't know who you are. As a man, as a human being, spiritually, religiously, and even as an artist. You cannot talk for yourself. You have to have other people talk for you and try to fight your fights for you while you hide behind them. You see no one talking for me. You see no one fighting my fights for me. That's not how I was raised. Me, I'm half by talent, so I'm going to keep documentations and stuff on anything because I believe in having proof. And what the shit I got is real. But you're so wanting to quick to deny it, trying to dismiss it, but you can't have any way to approach it to prove that it is fake. I'm also doing this to show you it's tough love as well. You thinking just because you're in a little clique now that you're somebody? That ain't how it goes. I've been through that. And don't you know, by the time you get into something, they ain't gonna be there to bail you out. They're gonna leave you high and dry and throw you underneath the bus. And on top of that, you're a fucking disgrace to the uniform. You joined the lowest of the lowest, which is the National Guard. The thing that gets me, that a lot of people saying that you, before you disabled your old Facebook page, you called yourself a veteran. You never fought. You never fucking served out there in the field. The way you sound about guns, you sound fucking stupid. You're uneducated. Me and my father, we may not have the best relationship. But he fought, and he served, and he killed. So he goes through PTSD. I remember you said something in one of your songs, something about you being military, drugs in your system, and you didn't get kicked out. Come to find out, you gave up some people. You're a fucking coward. But I'm done. I ain't trying to fight you. I ain't trying to bicker and argue with you. And the only reason why I said I ain't have a problem with you is because my older individuals, they got sick of us seeing us fight back and forth. But they got sick of me more because of how I was going too hard on you. I'm going to name a few people I had this talk about. LA, Adrian, Thomas, Suelo, to name a few. Then on top of that, you had Paul that called, and then Chuck. So I dropped it for them. I did. Because at that time it was starting to get sad. But you're the only one that wants to make an issue out of everything. Find yourself something to do, man. Find yourself something else to do. This is, with me, I've been going in music for 9 years. December's going to be my last time because I want to move on to other things. You also say about investing in yourself. You have equipment, which is my equipment, but I'll let you have it. You say invest in yourself to go record at somebody else's place. That's not investing. That's investing into someone else. Investing into yourself is buying the equipment, building your own. That's investing into yourself, not the other way around that you're doing. So at the end, yeah, I poked fun of you for this. You wanted that attention. I gave it to you for 24 hours. But I also now feel like I just have to lay the hammer down with what I'm showing. This is me in this last video saying, I'm done. No more. And before you say, oh, well, he blocked me, this, that, and the third. Yeah, I did. I'm being the bigger person. I felt like a lot of things that I have did, a lot of things we have went through, that you spit in my face about. That ain't cool. At the end, you're fucking two-faced. And I say one of the main things that pissed me off is that you were still talking to the people that wanted to jump you that I defended you for behind my back. With that said, man, there ain't nothing else more I can say. But I'm not going to do this bickering back and forth. I'm done. And that's it. And one last other thing is this. You saying that I never done nothing for you. I done a lot of things for you. I took you in several times. Let you stay at my place. Fed you. Clothed you. Gave you money at times when I had it. We were the best of friends. We did a lot of things together. When you got in trouble for defending yourself that one night, I went to Officer Green, told him what happened, so we went to go try to bail you out. If that ain't a real friend right there to do something like that, I don't know what is. On top of that, to point out even more of how much, going back to the previous thing, how much of a coward you are, that you do run to people when shit gets too heavy and you go fucking tell, especially when it comes to authority. You were at the little playground park where you used to stay at over on Wayne Street. A lot of the people who used to stay over there or may stay over there till this day or may come visit can vouch for this. You popped off at somebody at the mouth. You ended up getting fucking decked in the face and hit, and you took off running. You went to go tell Officer Green. He ended up getting a dispatch over there to shut the park down. And now hardly anybody can go there. This was captured on video, but because you tried to protect your so-called gangster reputation, you got everyone who was there, plus the video footage that was uploaded to several people's Facebook page, YouTube, and World Star, took all the way down. Yeah. And with the last and final thing, don't take this as a threat, because it's not, but I'm going to leave it at this. Like I said, I am done with this whole entire thing. I'm saying my piece in this video called The End. because all the things previously videos that led up to this in the playlist called the Butt Bandit, not just on the Hereditary 931 channel, which is my new channel because the content does fit that channel, but I'm talking about for my main channel here on the Jazzy Entertainment channel. Try any fucking damn thing after this, right? Try any fucking damn thing after this. Regardless if it's coming around my house trying to do something to it, or trying to bother my pets, or if any harm tries to come to me, because there were firearms that were bought underneath my name from my overseers. I ended up getting custody of those to the court. Alright? To where I won't even fight you. I'll just blow your fucking head off and call it a day. Take that how you want. You can take it and report it. But just know, I said my piece. I don't want it to go to that route. But if something happens to where my state of residence or my pets, or if any harm tries to come to me, I'm going to go in my gun safe because I got several of them. Like I said, I end up getting full custody of those firearms, and I'll just grab what I need to grab and blow your fucking head off. I changed because of how I really used to be. I was near death. You still want to be out here in these streets. And with the final message, you can do that, but just know there's consequences to those actions. You're going to say something to the wrong person one day, and you're going to get killed. You're still young and stupid. Not much else more I can do for you. I can't be a man for you. I can't walk with you. I can't hold your hand for you. I can't talk for you. I can't fight your fights for you. You're going to have to grow up one day. You're going to have to sit down and realize things. Again, don't take what I'm saying as a threat, but it's a warning. I changed. I don't want this video to be any longer than it is, but I feel like shit needs to be said. That shit has to be said, man. On my side, this is my piece. You're doing this all for attention. I'm giving it to you. But I'm putting out what I'm putting out. Not to harm you, not to expose you, but to show you and realize you on who your character is. You're a fictional character. You're in this fictional world, and you need to take a look at how your actions are. And you wonder why people don't like you. You wonder why people clown you. You wonder why people don't gravitate towards your music. You wonder why people are always giving you a hard time, or why people don't show up to your shows, why people don't want to work for you, because they see how your actions are. They don't want to be around that. They don't. I left. I made my decisions to leave because of these things. So again, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm not finna go ahead and fight this fucking bickering and force shit. I'm not finna respond back to a fucking song. Again, you're the one that's gonna take all this back to music again. You're the one not doing music. You're not serious about it. You don't take it seriously. You make excuses. You're the one that's not putting out music. Those that have done music, again, they're either in their mid-30s, their early 40s. They're now married with kids and got jobs now because they got bills and mortgages to pay and a family to take care of. Me, I got 5 months before I'm 30 years old. I moved on to do other things. You're the one that playing stupid out here pretending you don't want to see shit when you see shit, when you see me actually putting out music. I have listeners. That's it. So again, I'm not gonna do this shit anymore. I'm not. I'm not gonna fucking fall for your trap because you want to pick certain locations where there's authority at. Because you're a fucking coward. You're not a man. You're not. You're still a little child. This is me just saying my piece, man. This ain't me, again, not trying to harm you, not exposing you, but showing you, man, who you are right now. And it ain't good. You harmed your own image. And the thing is, people like you like to point the finger at other people to blame them for your own misfortune. Me, I'm done. Best to leave me alone. I leave you alone. This is the last of it. I said my piece right here, right now. I'm gonna move on like I've been doing and do continue what I enjoy doing as other things. Alright?